Okay, we're
What
not,
on? Yes.
yeah, we're
Hey
memorized.
guys, glad to see y'all again after a little 3 week hiatus.
Yeah, that Blade show. Uh, and you know what? If you went to Blade and you didn't get COVID or a flu or something, all three of you guys, go ahead and put your comment in the comment section. Hey, I didn't get sick because everybody I know they got.
Everybody I talked to got sick, including myself. And because one of the guys who was helping me was sick, but I don't think he realized it was COVID.
Yeah,
So, he was coughing and coughing and coughing. I was like, oh man. And then, yeah, I mean, I think he was patient zero, you know? Yeah, I think he was patient zero.
I mean, I got a new addiction now to Mucinex. Shit. Holy crap. I mean, that's pretty bad because, I still have congestion in my lungs.
Yep. I
Still,
still got the phlegm.
yes. And it's just like, wow, it's the gift that just keeps on giving. So Sean got it, you got it, I got it, Roseanne got it, your people at your booth got it. I just don't know. I don't know if Corey, or Ian, or any of those guys. I don't know. I don't know the Midgards if they got it, or Mark Begg, or anybody. But shit, who knows if Kevin over and Debo and Colin, whoever, who knows?
Well, well, if my buddy walked around, they probably did get it.
Oh, yeah, I got
Yeah.
broke and I got sick, broke and sick. So I went home broke and sick. Okay.
Well, yeah, I knew something was wrong Sunday night when I kept sneezing. And it was like a super loud, like it took everything out,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, uh-oh, this is not just a regular allergy sneeze.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is like something else. So went out for dinner Sunday night, ate my full of Korean barbecue, right? Monday at 3 a.m. I woke up, I used the bathroom, and I was like, oh, I'm not going back to bed. I'm gonna take a shower and get on the road. So I was on the road by like 4:15, and I made it back to Palm Bay right before 2 p.m. You know, I made great time. Yeah, and I stopped along the way. I stopped at Bojangles just because I don't have it in Florida. So I stopped at Bojangles, and I stopped at Costco for gas and all this place. But I made it back here in good time. And then after that, I crashed. I was done. I was done for the day.
Oh, I'll bet.
Yeah.
I'll bet. No, we left the show at well, after we helped you roll your stuff out to your car, then we went to the front door and Roseanne had already left for the parking garage to grab the SUV and then pull around and pick Sean and I up. So it was around 2:45, I think, because the show
Yeah.
stopped at 2. I
Too.
think around 2:45. So we're out there in front waiting for her to pull up and us to jump in. And then the guys from Bastard Knives were out there, and the lady from Germany hailed me down, and then we were talking, and they they gave me a knife just on the go away, right? And
Wow.
and so yeah, they said we want you to have this knife, and so I go, yeah, don't twist my arm, but so then we jumped in, and Roseanne and we dropped Sean at his room because he was staying overnight because he had to fly to Mexico the next day to do a
Right.
job.
Right. Right. Right.
So so we started driving to southern Georgia to
Yeah.
right on
Valdosta.
the
Valdosta you went to.
so we had a motel room in Valdosta. So we leave there around what 3:15, blah blah blah, gas up and go. And it was just total fucking traffic, just a load of traffic. It was moving, but sometimes at 15 miles an hour, and then
Right.
some 30 or 40 or whatever. But from where we started in Atlanta to the next 50 miles was
Oh my God.
just bumper to bumper traffic. And I go, what are these people doing on a Sunday? I mean, it's Sunday, people. Get the hell off the road. Go to your aunt's place. Go in your swimming pool. Do something. Get the hell off of here. So Valdosta, when we got to Valdosta, it was just like, it was like 7, somewhere around 7 o'clock. And then we went to the lovely Texas Roadhouse because
Woo-hoo! Texas Roadhouse.
we were going to have the roadkill, which is the ground beef patty with mushrooms and gravy and blah, 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 right? It was burnt. It was effed up. And I was, I was not feeling good then. I knew something was wrong with me.
Right, right.
I didn't really eat all my food there. And that's all I had that whole day. And then the next morning, I got up and I just go, we got to get out of here. So we drove down to Lake Placid and we were home by 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And yeah, Orlando traffic. So, but we got there and you know what? I just sat in the lanai and I mean, I just promised myself I was going to be able to down some cold ones. But the next day, I could not smell the coffee. I got up. I didn't feel that bad, except I knew I had congestion and stuff.
Right.
I smelled the coffee. I go, oh, shit. This is like COVID back in April of 21. And I go, Roseanne, I can't taste or smell anything. I didn't feel bad. She goes, got COVID. I went to CVS Pharmacy and they died. Yeah, you got COVID. That was back in 21. I don't bother to go get checked anymore. I know I probably had COVID like 3 or 4 times.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, so one of the symptoms I had was I couldn't smell or taste, right? So I was like, okay, it's probably COVID, but let's not worry about it since I've had it before. And this is just the latest strain, and it is what it is. And then, now I'm better, now I could actually taste again and smell again.
When I first got COVID, I couldn't taste or smell for like a couple of months or more.
Right.
And you know what? This time it was like for a day and a half. And
right.
So, and your appetite never leaves. You don't. I mean, you still want to eat. So there's that. It's like feed a cold, starve a fever, or whatever. But that's not the issue. Yeah, I could eat and this and that, but I mean, congestion, runny nose, stuff like that. And then you did feel tired. And Roseanne got it worse than me. She always gets it worse than me.
Oh, so,
no. She's still battling it. I mean, she's functioning, but walking zombie type functioning. I mean, she's doing her normal stuff, but it's just, she's wiped out. She doesn't feel that great,
So does that mean you're doing all the cooking and cleaning in the house?
No, I mean, she's doing her normal stuff, all the cooking, the cleaning, repainting the house, having to rebuild the cabinets. And,
did she do the framing and pour the concrete pad?
No, I just sit here and pretend I'm doing something for my channel, while she, like,
of course,
goes around doing the bedding, stripping down the bed, doing all the washing machine and stuff. But I'm like here, like playing with knives. Hi, I'm working so hard. Never mind.
Oh my God. You have to.
What are you showing, man?
What's that? Oh, that's the knife that you got as a gift.
And so
EFD. And then
going, huh?
And then the binary.
Oh.
And then the Trinity.
There's my binary.
Yeah, you got the purple.
I put my Trinities over there on the cart because I always have them here. But
and then
my favorite one is the binary.
Your result knife.
The LTK result.
That's right.
Only available at White Mountain Knives. But these are only available at liongma.com.
They will be available in August because I'm leaving in 19 days for a whole month, people.
Oh, yeah.
So
be on your site.
people could be on my site. I have someone who's going to be doing my shipping for me. And so you can continue to order, and they will be processed and they'll be shipped out as you order them. So no worries. This was the thing that this is a dream of mine to live part-time overseas, but I'm just gone for a month. Okay. So I'm going to be in Southeast Asia with my mom and sisters. This will be the first time we're taking a family trip for in years, years and years and years. And then we'll go see David, for a week or so.
That's
So
cool. I've never been to China, and Sean's been to China on several occasions because
yeah,
he said before COVID hit, he was traveling the world as well. I mean, he went to Middle
right.
East, to China, he went to a lot because he works on that automated equipment. He's like a specialty specialist guy, and so I mean, they fly him wherever. Money's no object. And I wished I had that kind of job.
Sure. I mean, he's the man.
Oh shit! So he went to Guadalajara after, and then just when he got done in Guadalajara at that job, which was Thursday night, I talked to him and he goes, "I'm getting it. I got it. I got it. I got some."
Yeah, I talked to him a couple of days ago because he ordered a couple of knives from me, and then he wanted one of the binaries and another EFD because he gifted it to someone else, his. So he reordered one for himself, and so I shipped it out to him and stuff like that. Yeah, and he's like,
Yeah,
yeah, ship it out to me.
yeah. I like the binary. I don't have any of these in stock. Liong's got them in stock. I don't know how many you got in stock.
I got none. I got like one or two, so I haven't even put it on my site yet.
Okay.
Now the thing is, I'm gonna set all this up, and I'll probably do a pre-order for them to be delivered to start shipping out. Let me say, start shipping out on August 15th.
Okay.
Okay. This way, I'll be back. I'll get the delivery. We have the time to ship everything to people and everything. So watch out for that, guys. I will be doing that pre-order very soon.
Okay. So this is not. It's kind of a 4-inch. Not up here on the bolster. It's more like 3.75 to 3.8, and overall about 8.5-inch knife. But down to here, it's 4 inches. Up in here, it's like 3.75 to 3.8. But it's a good size knife. And so I really like the blade. I mean, this, I wasn't sure I was really gonna like this, and then I got this from you at Blade, and I just started carrying it. And because it's not that heavy and it's relatively slender, it
Yeah,
is, but it's got a full size blade, and you can still finger flick it off of this.
the nail neck. Yeah,
That groove, it's like you wouldn't think you could do that, but you can do that
you
off of
can slow
it.
roll and
Yeah.
you can reverse finger flick.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. And then, of course, I never do this, but there it is. There's a flipper tab there. And then, of course, you can front flick it as well, right?
Yep.
But it's getting to be so big that front flicking is not as easy to do as it is the top or
Hmm.
flick, and I just love the reverse flick myself. So, whatever. But you can do all three. So it's definitely fidget friendly. Liner lock 14C.
28N. Yep.
So, I mean, good user steel, good corrosion. But, I like it. I like it. So, whatever. I got that. You know what? I really don't officially own an EFD because I've never taken one out of inventory and called it mine. But I've been saying I should. And then I can reconcile you on it on the website thing. But yeah, I could do that. And so everybody, I do have EFDs, I do have Trinities, and when you buy that, you get the free swag pack with this stuff. So if you want to buy it from me, to get a Trinity or an EFD, you can do that. It's the same as buying it from Liong, except you get the swag pack with channel sticker and PVC patch, glow in the dark, and a koozie. Those koozies are awesome. Where did I just
And Lee tests out the koozies on a daily basis.
Here's my used koozie, baby.
That koozie looks well used. That koozie looks well used, Lee.
Baby, let's put a little bit more mileage on it right now. Brother man. So,
oh my God.
Aluminum caps, they will murder your thumb or your fingers. I mean, some of them, even my brother-in-law, he'll take off his ball cap. Some of them are really vicious, and other ones open right up really easy. I don't know.
It's the manufacturing process of it all, you know?
Oh, God. It is so freaking humid. It rained for a while today.
Oh.
Steamalicious outside.
Yep. It rained the whole night here and up to about 1 o'clock here, 12 o'clock here. And I didn't realize it was Juneteenth today, even though we talked about it yesterday.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I went to the post office to ship out some packages, and the post office was closed. And I was like, oh.
Oh, I didn't know it was a federal.
It's a federal holiday.
Not today.
Yes, it is. Yes, sir.
Okay. I've got 10 packages sitting in my mailbox ready to be picked up.
It's a federal holiday. They won't pick it up till tomorrow.
Right. Holy moly. So I took a couple hours getting all these orders put together from the drop I did last night with the Patreon group. And I didn't even have to do it because they ain't even coming.
It's all right. It'll be less work for you tomorrow because now there's 10 packages you don't have to ship out tomorrow.
Ugh.
Right?
Oh, yeah. And I've got more orders that have come in since like 2:30 this afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I printed my manifest as well. So I've got all that ready to go for tomorrow. Well, yeah, I guess I'm ahead of the game.
Yeah, you're so set, dude. You're so set.
Okay, so we've been Jack John, but we need to do a couple of things housekeeping wise because we were talking about giveaways, right?
Right.
Here's our guy. Oh, don't want to show you that. Okay, here's the guy. I'll explain this one here. Guess where Sean? Never mind. Let's do this first. So this is the guy.
Okay, Broke AZ Knives.
So you can't be international and win because I ain't shipping to Croatia again. Or where was it? Serbia.
Right. And the thing is, it's nothing against anybody. We love our fans, but these giveaways, they come out of our own pocket. They come out of Lee's pocket, not my pocket. They come out of Lee's pocket. And shipping overseas, it's just a big question mark because once it leaves the U.S., we have no tracking, we have nothing, and if it doesn't arrive, then we feel really bad. But there's nothing we can do about it because
these you'll feel bad too, and you'll feel bad too, but you didn't pay anything, so you haven't lost anything. So we all just feel bad, and it was a nothingness to nobody. So, and that sucks because it actually has value.
Right.
Giveaway, they have enormous value. So, Broke AZ guy, before I give it up, okay, you won. And you know what you won? You won the 9TI EDC multi-blade swap out knife that I've told you about before, so you figure it out. And you win the little swag pack with the stuff. And you win, this time it's a Trinity, but you can pick your color, okay? So you win a Eutectic Trinity, and then you win the tactical knife, okay? And then you win the Revo, the Revo Devo knife, which is a flipper, and I showed it. I think I showed it on our last foray, but whoa, baby,
Ah.
Revo Devo, and so there's that. And then you also win, of course, which I could have used this last week, the 3-pack of ponchos. Remember,
Oh
you
man.
wanted these, but no, you're not getting them, man. You're not getting them. And so there's those. And so that was the prize package. And you know what? We've got a different prize package. Tell them about it, Liong.
Oh, so for those of you who will be entering this giveaway, you will be getting a Nanook hard case that is logoed with my logo on there. And this is a promotion with Guard Dog Foam in Canada. He supplied these cases to me. And so to take part in this, you have to follow him and me on Instagram. And it fits 8 knives, 8 of them. And it's black and red. This is high quality. These cases are like $60 and above. Let me check on that. But yeah, I mean, they aren't cheap, and it is airtight, watertight. You can drop this out of a plane, it'll still be like this. All right. And it's lockable. You can put a padlock on each side. Yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful case. So we're going to include that in the description. Follow Guard Dog Foam on Instagram, and me on Instagram, and Lee and myself on YouTube.
There you go. And so you get the directions there. And you will also get a Love Them Knives hat, which this is, yeah, it's embroidered. It's not just, whatever. This is embroidered on, okay? And this is Velcro. And you know what? The trucker style, you can have this or the trucker style one, okay? And the trucker style one is one Sean wanted. And so he jumped in the Kia with us when we were going up to Atlanta. And I handed him the hat because we brought some hats with us. And he goes, nothing fits me. Nothing fits me. It has to go out to the last thing. It doesn't work. I said, try it. He tried it on. Shit, it fit in like 3 things in. Boom, boom, boom. So,
Wow.
and and every time Roseanne compliments him, his head gets a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. So I told her, just start knocking him down, fun of him.
You're not going to put on even the last one pretty soon.
So
Well, you're not right, dude. You're not right. Oh my God. Why'd you do that to Sean, man? He's so nice.
Fathead. He's a bit of fathead because
Oh my God.
It's me, bitch. Okay. So yeah, so you get the thing and the hat. Okay, so you get the big knife case and the hat, and the shipping is another $80 for the knife case, probably. And it's
So,
like
okay, let's make this clear. We're only opening this to USA fans, okay? I'm sorry to all the international guys, but this will probably cost some money to ship around, even in the US.
Oh God.
Okay. So we're not doing it to offend anybody, but it really does kill us to ship overseas because it's just too much. Yeah.
So you know what? I got a text message from Sean. He's got a job in Tennessee this week.
Oh, nice.
And I was thinking, oh, okay, so that's still Eastern time, right? Because I was saying he could be on.
It should be. Yeah.
I got to work. He couldn't be on the podcast with us.
Oh.
And then today, he sends me pictures of the second Buc-ee's he's ever. We went to a Buc-ee's up in Georgia, south of Atlanta.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so we went in there and he kind of freaked out and he bought the Buc-ee's nuggets and he bought he got the oh my God. He got the jerky. He went to the jerky bar, and they got all the jerkies, and he got a bunch of other stuff. Okay. And so this time he went to the Buc-ee's. There's the Buc-ee's over near a certain place that is in all of our dreams and fantasies. What could it be? What would be in Tennessee that every knife lover would like to visit? What could it be? Could it be Smoky Mountain Knife Works?
Smoky Mountains in Tennessee?
It's in Tennessee.
Really?
Yes. Where do you think it is?
I thought it was in the near the Blue
York.
Ridge Mountain of Virginia.
So Wes doesn't live far away. He lives over in Tennessee. He doesn't live far away from Smoky Mountain. But so of course, Mr. Big Huge Monster Truck guy, okay, with a Ultra Mega sticker on the back of his truck, because apparently he's not going to do well in Portland, but it passes in Florida for him. So where does he go? Where's the shelf he goes for? At Smoky Mountain. Oh my
Holy shit.
Trump knives. Trump knives.
Oh my God.
I still have one rolling around from the 2020.
Yeah.
I had it and I was laying it on my table because I was going to put it in some of my reviews just as a hoax. You know, hey, compare size of knife, blah, blah, blah. Oh, here's the knife I got laying here. The ever famous Trump knife, whatever. But now I don't even know where it is now, but I don't think I gave it away. So I think I've got one rolled around here somewhere.
I mean, you know, yeah. I mean, when I clean up, I put stuff away and I can't find it again. It is like, oh my God. Yeah.
So put your comment in the comment section for the giveaway. You're going to get the hat. You're going to get the big, huge knife case, all that kind of stuff. Okay. And we ship it to you for free and all that. And you blah, blah, blah. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to have some other giveaways going forward after we do our next podcast, announce the winner of that. And we'll continue rolling on this. And like I showed this from Bastard Blades, it's Magna Cut 65 Rockwell. And I think
that looks nice. That looks really nice.
That somewhere. Oh, yeah, up in here, I think.
What kind of handle is that?
Okay, that's the beauty. This is a 3D printed handle.
Oh, sweet.
Titanium. Printed titanium handle. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, there's this plate, Ballbast Damascus. Look it up, Ballbast Damascus. They're in Frankfurt, Germany. And that's the guy that came up and handed this to me when we were leaving. And I go, seriously, are you sure you want to give that to me? Because it may be only one of a couple they ever made, right?
Okay.
And so it comes in this nice, Kydex sheath, or it's probably a 3D printed sheath.
Yeah, that looks cool.
And clicks
how much does the whole thing weigh?
3 ounces, maybe.
Get out of here. Holy cow.
Hold on. You know what? I've got my...
You got the digital scale for your packages?
Without the sheet. 2.92 ounces without the sheet. Just this. And it's 0.74. So it's 3.66 ounces total.
Wow.
Is that
sweet? Sweet.
Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. 65 Rockwell Magna Cut. And they just glue it onto this with Elmer's. And they say you can baton. I don't know how they attach. I don't know how they shit. But I go, how do you stick a Magna Cut blade on a 3D printed?
You know what? Those are the technical things.
German secret. We know tell. Ancient
German. It's probably 3D printed onto the blade itself. Who knows? Who knows?
They were showing me pictures of how, so he goes, we got $500,000 worth of equipment in the basement of this old building or something over there. And he says, it's freaking amazing. Okay, so they started out and they were showing me how they started the handle out. It looked like the end of this handle. That's all it looked like. Okay?
Yeah.
And they just, or the beginning of it. And then they just they just do a little, I don't know, just a few microns of titanium powder over the top, and then more micron, and about 2,500 passes or something to make this handle or something. I mean, it's amazing. And I go, how do you print? I know how you could, get plastic hot and print that, but how do you get this hot enough to make a thing? And
well, I'm sure it's not 100% titanium. It might have some plastic in there too, like a plastic titanium matrix.
I don't think. Well, I don't know. I don't think so. I think they have some incredibly hot thing that comes through and it just melts it to it. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know. I mean, I saw pictures of the evolution of the printing process, but I didn't see a video. And I'm gonna get from.
I want them to print me an exoskeleton suit so I can run around like a superhero. Yeah, with like the Magna Cut blade and then run around like, yeah. Oh yeah. Print me a freaking exoskeleton suit. Yeah.
Okay, so I have 30 knives surrounding me. 30 knives.
That's not enough, dude. That's not enough.
30 knives from Blade. Okay, if you guys just try and focus on that. I mean, I got this at my buddy's table. TACCOM knives, and of course this is the Ramet gravity knife, and it has a name to it. Shit, I can't remember. Shit, I can't remember the name of it.
You know when you said you had 30 knives, you know what I was thinking about? I think you should lay them out on the floor, like how the Joker laid them out on the floor, and then he laid in the middle of the knives. You should do a picture like that. Have Roseanne take a picture of you laying on the floor with all your knives in a circle around you.
Swordfish. Yeah, I know. I mean, I'll never get up though. I'll have to climb the mountain of knives to get up off the floor.
Yeah, you need to do a picture like that, okay?
Shit. I've got a big cleanup to do after this podcast because I got to clean up all that.
I know about cleanup. I didn't even put my suitcases away yet. Everything is still like in my living room, all right?
ProTech, PDW Invictus. Okay, so I was going to get that new Sinkovich one. I was not that impressed with it. And the problem is the only ones they had with aluminum handles were the black handle. I didn't want a black handle.
You got something against black handle?
I've always liked this. And this was a show special as well. It's got the little abalone whatever thing and all that. And front and back are the same, and it's automatic, and it's Magna Cut. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's Magna Cut because I think they did them in 154. Well, they did a bunch of, Magna Cut. Number 7.
Ooh, look at that.
Number 7 of 120. So this was well under $3 billion. So that was good.
Damn, how much money you spent at Blaze Show?
Don't ask. I mean, I told my Discover and Visa card to get together and fund me. Okay, so, and then this is from SRM. And
that is some crazy handle material, bro.
My buddy at SRM, he was happy that I came and did a video, and he saw me admiring this, so he gave this one to me, which is way cool. I don't have a box or anything.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, this is kind of an Axis lock type deal, and I just thought this was way super cool. Although they got some really, really super cool prototype ones coming out, but they're not available. And then Todd Knife and Tool.
Oh, they gave me one of those. The wrench sets.
They're no fool. They are, they got a wrench set.
Yeah, I got one of those too.
Did you get one from them?
Yeah. They came by my booth and then they started, they're like, okay, we're gonna give you something. I'm like, what? You're gonna give me something? And then I think this show I had the most people giving me stuff, which is amazing. I never get anything. No one ever gives me anything. And at this show, I got a wrench set, I got coins, I got, I got a glow rhino thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did too. I got a glow rhino deal.
Yeah, and I got like a
Oh,
t-shirt.
the training
Roseanne got me a t-shirt from Microtech. See?
itself one from Microtech that she's going to take up to Illinois and give to her younger brother, who's
Right.
but I mean he and his buddy love the OTF knives from Microtech and stuff. So she's going to bring in the Microtech shirt, which is like it's beautiful. I got one too. I got one for free with purchase. I got two of them. And so I do have two of them. I got a black one and a green one, and I got them with purchase. But there's the purchase, the Hera 2. It cost me $500 freaking dollars, right?
Oh, that's nothing for you, dude. That's nothing.
Oh yeah, it was nothing.
It's nothing. Nothing.
This dog is a big dog, and really the action on it is super nice. I didn't buy the one that they have that's got zero play now. They got a new one out with zero play. I got this one instead. This one's cool. This one's way cool.
What's the new one with zero play?
I mean, look at this. You see any hardware here? No.
No,
Any hardware here?
not that I can see.
No. So it's magic elves that just put it together and seal it.
I love magic elves. Magic elves, please come to my house and clean up.
So, I mean, that is, and they have something in there like, you open this knife, we're going to kick your ass. Okay.
You open this knife, you have to send it back to them to put it back together for you.
And I saw this over at the Reich booth at Keto USA with Ian.
Uh-huh.
It was in their case. And I go, oh my God, it's the Matrix. Are you guys making the micro?
Yeah. They are the ones making it.
And they are making the Microtech Matrix. Okay. And they go, well, you can't buy the one we got. We got it here just for display. Okay. So I went to Microtech and I said, I didn't think it was out. And they go, yeah, it's out. It's out. You want one? I go, I don't know. Just a bear shit in the woods? Yeah, of course I want one. And so, yeah, I bought one. Oh, by the way, that'll be another $500. Oh, and I had already bought the Hera. Okay, so that purchase was done. So he goes, I'll give you another t-shirt. Okay. Well, that seals the deal. But I did want this really bad, really bad. And they have two versions of this, different carbon fiber. One's got just carbon fiber inlay in a little bit in here. And this one has got more carbon fiber kind of overlay the way it functions. But, I mean, dog, where's my thing? Where's my, oh, of course, where's my measuring thing? Because this got to be
4 inch.
It's close. It's close. It's 3.8 at the closest point, and then down near the choil at the bottom, it's 4 inches. And overall, if you throw in the glass breaker, it's 9.25 inches overall length.
Wow.
And wow. But I'll tell you what, they really got this son of a bitch jacked on here.
Oh, man.
I mean, it's I can do it now because I loosened it up. But I had to take a rag and some.
Isn't there like a tool in the whole box thing?
I broke it loose without boogering up the titanium on here, but thank God. And so now I'm leaving it, tight, but not freaking overly tight. Jesus. So yeah, so you can flip it right or left hand. Remember when they got into it over the Matrix and the Natrix with
That was like 10 years ago, dude.
Oh, I know. There was big nasty.
Right.
I mean, who's stealing whose design on what's this called? The frame.
Subframe lock.
Subframe. Yeah. So I got those. Yeah, I got that, and then I got this from Riot, which is the new, and it's not the PL. XT. This is the PLXL. So this is titanium. It doesn't have holes in the handle. It's not G10, and it's bigger. It's
Oh, the
bigger.
handles are titanium?
PLXT. This is the PLXF.
Okay.
So, and I saw it in their case, and I go, that's not the PLXT. I mean, it's a pivot, lock, button release. And then this is a little lockout thing here. This little lockout. So you can't disengage it. But I go, wow. Now it's a fatty, but I had to get it because I just thought, wow, that's definitely worth doing a video on because that's a bigger knife than the XT and it's a different model. So, hey. And then, of course, if you're going to do that at Riot, you got to do this, right? You got to do their new utility knife, right? Yep. And so this is the blue one. It's got a little orange tab.
Did you get a Tiffany blue on both of them?
Yeah, I think I did.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, hate to break up a match set. So yeah, I mean, so you got this, and so it's got this thing here, locks
in
place so the bottom doesn't fall out. You got a pocket clip, and so boom, there you go, and you lock it back in place, stays there. You can just change out the razor blade, boom, boom, and there you go. Little utility banger. Can't remember what it was because I paid for both of them at the same time. So I think it was $80.
They might give you a deal or something since you're so famous. They're like, oh, he's famous. We have to give him a deal.
Who are you, you old fucker? Who are you?
Why would they say that? Why would they say that to you? Oh my God.
Because they aren't Riot, they're Crane's Cutlery.
Well, the Riot guys are there, and Cranes handle a lot of things for them. Yeah.
Oh, but Devo, Pony Stout. And Kevin asked me, have you ever had the Pony Stout? And I go, no, I've never had the Pony Stout. I had the Stout. I never had the Pony Stout. And then I had the Growler, but I had the first gen Growler in Micarta. And I saw that they also had, so this is the little Pony Stout. Is that cool?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then this is the Growler, but it's all classed up with beautiful carbon fiber.
Man.
So nice. Yeah, all there. All the shit, man, now. Woohoo! Yeah. And I liked the Growler. I said I didn't have any issues with the first Growler, but they had some, I can't remember what it was, some QC issues or something with the first Growler. And so they had to go through them all and this and that. And it was like something was like an exclusive to White Mountain. And so he told Justin, you need to go through every one of them because we've had a couple with issues. So, but mine didn't. But this is way cool. Yeah, and this was really inexpensive. It was like $100. I think it's 154 cm.
Man.
Yeah, I mean it's a nice, not too big, not too small knife.
Right.
So that was Devo. And so, and then I've got two knives from Beg, and this and this. These are both Kirby Lambert designs they're coming out with. They are not out yet to the public. They were available for purchase at Blade. But these are both JVO designs, but JVO made this design for Kirby. And then so it's coming back around to Beg. Okay. So that's both of these. And you know what? I can't remember the name. It was like
you're bad, dude.
Like this is about like the Station. I think that's what they were calling this, Station or Station knife. Okay, Kirby and these are VG tan steel, so they're not expensive, right? Okay,
right.
So they're not expensive at all. but they are. I mean, so they're taking some of these knives that used to be really, really expensive, and they're making them. Oh, and there, this is the microburst, which is not only a JVO design, but JVO did this design with Olson, who's a famous custom maker.
Mm.
And so now it's the microburst available through Bag. Okay. And aluminum handle, I believe. And then just Olson, I think, was the one that devised this little roll back kind of flipper thing years ago. Right. And so that's what this is, the microburst. And if you put, you know, you can get all your fingers actually on it if you roll up to where that choil ends, and you can be like this, even though it's really a small knife.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, it's got their pocket clip with the ceramic ball, all that kind of thing on there. So that was very cool. Very cool. I mean, shit.
What else we got?
Got Cancept.
Okay.
This one, I have to, it's called the REI.
REI?
Yeah. So I don't know how you pronounce that, Ray.
REI does the outdoor clothing store?
I don't know. It's REI.
All right. It is REI.
Interesting, I thought, with these three things here on the other side as well. Not too big, not too small. Pretty good. Little carry around knife. So I thought that was way cool. And then, of course, Justin Lundquist, Jacob, not Justin, god dang. Jacob Lundquist, who did, of course, the Cubist knife, PE edition, all that kind of stuff. The Cubist guy. This is the Vanish.
Oh, there's more than one Lundquist?
With Kaiser. Yeah, there's Justin and then there's Jacob. You probably are more familiar with Justin because he did the front flipper, whatever, for Kaiser and a bunch of different ones that were thin little.
Yeah.
Justin. And
Are they related?
No.
What?
No. But then there's Jacob Lundquist, who came on the scene later and started custom making the Cubist knife, which was kind of this design, okay? And he was selling them, and then he had some made, produced in China, I believe by QSP. And then QSP had the Vanish or Banish or something, and this is one, or they had the variant. I think they had the variant is what they called theirs, QSP. But this is with Kaiser now, and that's what this is. Okay.
Okay.
So, and it's just a Vanguard edition, so it's inexpensive, tiny little button lock knife. So you can go to Atlanta and you don't have to spend $500 like a dumbass I know did, but you can spend very little money. Oh, and then talk about the bastard knives. This is what they gave me when I went to their booth to actually do a video. And this is, once again, is a titanium 3D printed handle, but this is the Ballbast Damascus blade. So they're doing this.
Come closer so we can see the Damascus pattern. Okay, now we can see something.
Yeah. Well, it's not. I mean, it's got me in the background, so it's not focusing on this. I don't know if I can get that to focus as good as it should. There you go. Is that a little better?
Slightly. Yeah, now I can see a pattern. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably don't have enough light or whatever, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, so this is way ass cool. I don't know. I just like blown away by this. It's way cool, baby. Oh, there it goes right in there. And so I got this little sheath that you can carry around your neck, you know, blah, blah, blah. Just saying. And then Seth, Todd, Terrell's brother, gave me this. They
Oh,
ran
nice.
in the hall. I was talking to him, and they gave me that driver's set. And then I was talking to him about the different knives, and I did a little blurb with Terrell on their new knives. They got a couple new designs, a gent carry with Bestac, and another one, the Nexi,
Okay.
them as well. And I go, you know, but my favorite was this one. And this is the, oh God, oh shit. Now, see, I remembered it right up until the time I couldn't remember it. But this is the one that I liked the best. And then they had, now that I said Nexi, this it starts with E. God dang it. Whatever. This is the one I really liked the best because it was the biggest one and stuff. And then they did 3 knives, the Roxy 1, 2, and 3 with Wee knives, remember? But I like this one better. Okay. So, and I said, but the problem is the one I had 3 years ago or so, some guy traded me out of it or something. And I said, I need to go back around and get one for a long-term keep. And so they saw me the next day walking into the show. And Seth goes, you know what? I've got like 6 or 7 of these. Here, let me give you one. And he gave this to me.
Nice. Nice.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Man. So I got drivers and a knife, and a hell of a knife.
Sweet.
Oh. Did I? I haven't showed you the stuff I got at Keto. Keto. This is Roboto or something like this.
It's Mr. Robot. Mr. Robot was a show.
Mr. Robot. And you know what? This is a shirt. I said, I want that shirt. And Corey goes, that's the one I designed. So this was designed by Corey Hurd. Okay. Coming out with a knife with Keto, which is Reich's manufacturing division. Okay. And this is his shirt. I mean, if this guy can design, this will be interesting to see. And he's a freak for Max Ace and Reich. And I understand it because I'm a freak for Max Ace and Reich. So check this out because you know I'm a world-class flipper artist, Valley guy. Right, I was in the competition. And
oh, yeah. You were in the Bali camp. Bali comp. Yeah.
Hey, dumbass, you know how to open this knife? And I go, yeah, shit, I know how to.
Oh, I saw you beat everybody. Everybody, yeah.
So they made 15 of these. This is the right Alien here, okay?
Okay.
And so they had 15. This is number 3 of 15.
Wow.
That mofo out. See, look at the way the blade's done.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, I have a
shit.
Yeah.
And watch this. Oh, just kidding. It's not sharpened. It's a trainer. Okay. Well, it's not. It's a trainer. It's not really supposed to be a trainer, but it's a trainer.
You can bring it to somebody and they can sharpen it for you.
Oh God! If somebody sharpened it and then I didn't tell me and I just did that, holy shit. Okay, so they brought him into the country as trainers, and that's the only way they got him in. And so this is close to where you could just sharpen this. I could put it on my KME and sharpen this. That's right up to, So you could sharpen it. I'm not going to. I'm just going to keep it as, you know what? One of 15 that were ever made of the Alien flipper knife.
Right.
And if you were at their booth, you could have bought one. I'm sure they're all gone. And talk about Ken Onion. This was an award winner at the show, right?
Yep.
This was called the Buckshot, and this is made by Keto. And if it says Buckshot, you can see that. I don't know if you can see that well, but and This is Ken Onion design, S35E end plate, titanium handle. Looks like a bullet casing.
Right, on the pivot, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, the one thing about this knife is it's just got a beautiful look at the contour. Thinner here, fatter here, then back to thinner. You know, the contour, that and that. Look at the milling.
Yeah.
This on both sides. I mean, this, they did a great job. And I'm really happy for Ken, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, he was at SHOT Show. He was over at the Keto booth when I walked up, and he was going, "You guys, your machining capabilities are freaking outlandishly great." He goes, "You're just next gen." You know, I mean, it's incredible what you can do, and they can, and they can. And so, this is when I bought. It was like $250.
Wow.
I felt like I was looking to see if the cops were coming after me. It's like you stole it. I mean,
Maybe cops will come after you.
I told Sean, I said, dude, you should have got one of these. Wow. But I think you can buy them still. I think they still got more. I was the 5th guy to buy one, period. Okay. And I go, why aren't more people buying them? How come this is not sold out? And he goes, nobody knows about them.
Well, it's the smorgasbord for knives at Blaze Show.
Yeah.
So,
check
you know.
Keto. Okay. And then this is the stuff. And this is the information. So yeah. If that's right. But yeah, I just go, I got to have this one. I didn't know it was a Ken Onion. It was laying there on the counter. It's like, holy cannolis, that is a beautiful design. And Ken Onion has made some. The Hijinks, it was made in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, remember that one back then? Yeah. 2014 import knife of the year, something like that. So, and then my girlfriend, Candy, because she's my sugar dandy. Oh, baby. And
I'm not going to laugh at that one.
So nice. She was so nice. And I was looking at the prototypes in the display thing, and I saw this knife called the Biophase, and it's a prototype. Okay. And I like this. I showed it on my Instagram, and people were like, it looks like a CKF knife, only like the gas station version. Like yucking it up over this thing, like, you know what? Screw you. Okay? All I gotta say is I like this blade shape, and this blade shape has been on some nuts ass knives, right? With
it's kind of like a tiger shark blade, but not really. You know what the tiger shark blade, right? The SOG tiger shark blade.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what it brings me back to. But you know what? Then this cutaways on this aluminum handle.
Just makes it like lightweight, super lightweight then.
Oh shit. Yeah. I mean, let's go to the scale, shall we?
I bet you it's under 3 ounces.
Exactly, 2.86.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, that looks like a good size everyday carry, and it's 2.86, so that's a great easy carry knife. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and so they were giving away empty Sabibi cases at the end because they had just tons of them, and they were stacking them up on the counter. And it's like, you want some? Take some. I took a half a dozen. Okay, and then they were giving away their little acrylic stands for.
Oh, I have a bunch of those. Seth gave me a bunch of those. Yeah, they're great. Those are nice stands.
Because this had no case, right? I mean, this is a proto, and so no box, no. So I just took one of their cases and I stuck this label on it. So that's my Biophase. Coming to or near you, maybe in 3 or 4 or 5 months, or maybe longer. Who knows, right?
Right.
And they have G10 versions of that too. So The overlay is not necessarily aluminum as well. It can be a G10 overlay, and they have different colors. But I wanted that one, and yeah, she worked it out with me. That was great. She was so great, and she was asking me about a lot of their stuff that they were doing, and as an influencer, how do you feel about this? If you can give us feedback on this, and she was just wonderful, wonderful.
Nice.
Artisan S9B, and this little spunky ass deal is called the Satyr. The Satyr. So that's what this, and I did a video with Russell, but I already had this one before I went to the show.
Okay.
But it's available on, and you don't have to get a black blade or this bronze thing, but I mean, but I just thought this is just a sensible, good ergo, slender, feels lightweight, yet full size knife.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, to me, and it looks kind of like some other knives too. It just has that kind of, I've seen look before.
A lot of knives are blending.
You run out of available shapes and stuff. So about not quite 3.5, 3.3, 7.8 overall. 3.3.
That's a good size to carry.
Yeah, and it feels light. And will I ever recover? Oh, is this my Mucinex? Hold on, let me take a swig.
That is not a Mucinex.
But it seems to work. Oh.
You say that now. That's a big size fixed blade. Who's made that?
When you misbehave, we will cut off your schwanz. Your schwanz.
Schwanz cereal? I didn't know Schwanz made cereal.
Yeah, it does make cereal killers.
I want some cereal now for my dinner.
Oh, shit, don't fall. Oh, motherfucker. Okay, help. Okay, Schwanz. I about lost my tracker from Midgard's. Schwanz, woo, and it is. Hold on, was this the one this was one that was made by a custom maker that does presentation knives for the president of some various European countries. So this is a very famous, this is a collaborative from a maker.
Okay.
That makes really high-end knives in Europe, and I can't remember his name, and I'll try and get more information before I do the video on this.
Sure.
But this is some shit mofo, and look at this. So, nice. No rattle.
Very cool.
Tech lock thing on the back, but
yeah.
Ooh, that looks schnexy. And
yeah.
Bastard knives. Wow. They had some really interesting stuff, but I love those 3D printed ones. It's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
What? I guess you see, I'm out of it. I know that Midgard's had 3D printed a handle before too. And I think this was like 1.5 years ago. And I wasn't really understanding what they were talking about. Because you don't print metal, but you can.
You can. I mean, it is expensive. It's time consuming. And so I don't know, like, how cost effective it is. But if they got the cost down, imagine like being able to like that handle out titanium, then there's no waste, right? Because I'll tell you what, you go into any machine shop, all you see are bins and bins of scrap and milling waste, right? And even knife makers with CNC machines, they have like these bins of metal scrap.
Oh, well. And
so that's the waste. And that's a lot of money right there, because they sell you billets of metal. So to have additive manufacturing, and it being cost effective, it means you can minimize your waste, which is money that you're throwing away. You know, because if you sell when you sell the scrap, you don't get back anything close to what you're buying on a billet of material, right? Like a plate of titanium is going to cost, let's say, $10, right? When you sell the scrap, they might give you 50 cents on it.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's just a rough example, okay? So don't
Yeah.
quote me on the numbers.
Very rough.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah. Hey, yeah,
Midgard's and Fox. So
nice.
Midgard's is going to end up owning everything. I think they already own PMP knives. They're doing shit with Boker. They're doing shit with Fox. They are crazy. I think they had OEMs done by Best Tech. This, oh shit. Okay.
Be careful, man.
I didn't have this all the way in the sheet. Okay, so this comes with the sheet. This is a crazy. This is called the Tracker, and it's probably what, 2 ounces? Are we thinking?
Hold on. Let me guess. You could carry it like a fixed blade or put it in your pocket, but it's probably like it looks like an inch thick. Yeah.
What?
Who's gonna put that in their pocket?
What?
Who's gonna put that in their pocket? Between the phone and the knife,
It's got a pocket clip.
that's why when I saw the pocket clip, I was like, so you should carry it like a fixed blade?
I mean, my buck naked fire hose pants. I mean, not buck naked, but yeah, whatever. Duluth.
Butt naked fire hose pants. That's funny. Let's see you wear one of those in Florida.
Buck naked underwear. Now, Duluth trading fire hose pants, you could put this in your pocket. You could put this in your pocket.
Yeah, but we live in Florida. We won't be wearing those type of pants.
No, that was my only opportunity, is to wear it inside at the Blade Show. And plus, it's got a billion pockets. And so I could carry like 4 knives with it and still put other patches and stickers and cards and shit and all that. And
the pair of pants weighs 15 pounds by itself.
Oh my God. I strap it on. Okay, so this is the sheet that comes with it. So you can separate these sheets, right? I mean, they're hooked together. But this one, okay, hold on. This one is for the fixed blade. This one is for just this. I mean, it goes in here, and this goes around here, and you're locked in place. So you've got that thing here as this, okay? And so you got it in here now. Okay, now you can stick it in here if you want to separate these sheaths, and then you can carry it as a fixed blade. And of course, these straps come around here, and you got it in a fixed blade, so you can carry it either way. Woo! No!
Wow.
I think this is N690 because, of course, it's Fox and Midgard's, and they're Europeans, and they love N690 over there, or CPM D2 or that kind of stuff. I think they've done some knives in S35VN and shit like that, and of course Fox has, and Fox has probably done stuff in.
Right.
But I mean, look at that. That's rugged.
Is that like a sawback? Or is that just for your? Is that like a thumbnailing?
Yeah, that's a dumb thumb. Wow, look at that. That's a bitch ass crazy, isn't it? Yeah, baby. You got to get tracking with your tracker. I think you can get this in OD green and black, and then the orange. I said I want it in orange because I want to be able to see this sumbitch coming at me. I mean, this is insane, yeah. On Sonya. Yeah, this is crazy. And with this and this, and it comes in this box, which shows Fox and Midgard's together. So, I mean, it's just one crazy son of a bitch over there. Oh my God, I got so many knives around here. Did we hit them all? No, we didn't hit this motherfucker.
I don't think that was sturdy yet.
Oh, shit. Oh, this is that Torbay knife. now with Kaiser, it's coming out with. Okay, you know, Marseille, whatever it is, you know, his name, Torbay, the designer guy. Hold on.
We can't see anything. That's a huge box for that tiny knife.
Yeah, it is. It is a huge box for that tiny knife. It is Marcier, not Marcy, Marcy, Macieej. That's how you spell his first name. Torbe, Torbe, accent aigu. Okay, and this is called the Scuttler, Marciej Torbe, accent aigu. Okay, that's what I'm saying, right?
If the knife doesn't work, you just throw the box at the person.
Yeah. Throw the box at the person. Absolutely. Oh my God. What the hell? Oh. No, I didn't get this at the show. NOC. NOC knife. Knock knife. You can't knock them till you try them, right?
Oh, I know knock knives. Yeah.
Front flipper craziness. And
That's probably like the most normal looking knock knife I've ever seen.
MT29. It's the MT29.
Usually the designs are like really out there.
Evan, I mean, this thing is vicious ass wicked looking.
So, I like how thin it is, how slender it is.
Well, the handle's not very slender. I'll bet that's 0.55 right there. Easy. It's not a real slender handle, but I mean, ooh, mama. Ooh, we over? No, not yet. Now we are. Ooh, yeah, this is front flipper, or just, you know, bang it out. Oh yeah, they got a little piece of paper protecting the thing for the flipper. Okay, I mean for the pocket clip, but yeah, it's weird. It's just, yeah, it's crazy. They always do something insane, and I always want the ones I can't get because they make just a super limited quantity of them, and then they're gone, and they're not cheap. They're $500, $600, $700 or whatever. Crazy for the real.
I mean, you know what? When it's limited like that, it's more of a handmade knife. I mean, they're all handmade, right? Like I tell people, there's so much handwork in my knives, but the only reason why I can be the cost of this is because I do, you know, a good enough run. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure these are factory made, but I mean, these are more affordable here. These would be more in the $250 to $350 range.
Right.
But you've made some NOC knives that were just regular bullshit on Amazon. You could just buy for like under $100. So
right.
Choose your poison there. Oh, and did I tell you about our night with Kaiser over in the Battery area coming up on the, you know, across from, if you haven't been to Blade, how do you explain that? So you've got the Cobb Center Galleria where the Blade show is, and it's right next to I-75.
So the Battery is basically where
it's
the Braves stadium is, and it's about like a 10 to 15-minute walk across like a walkway into like a restaurant hotel area, and they call it the Battery. Okay. And it's a nice area. I mean, especially on the evening. On the evening, it was nice and cool, so you can walk around and try all the restaurants. The restaurants get jam packed, and there are also some bars and music lounges and stuff like that there. So if you can't get like a room like in the Waverly area, there are other hotels over there. That's like 10 minutes walking. So they're totally expanding that area, and I went there for dinner one night. It was okay. It wasn't anything to write home about. There were others, but it was a nice area to walk around in.
Yes.
You know?
And over to Goldberg's, which does breakfast and lunch, and it's just like a block, just a few minutes walk from the gates of the Braves stadium. So
Right. Right.
it
Right.
all melded in with this huge area of merch,
Right.
cafes and shit. And then they got these uh, several bunches of either their condos or their expensive
Mm-hmm.
apartments that go along and overlook the Battery area. And
Right.
you sit out on the balcony and you can look down at all the people walking around in the Battery area,
Right.
going up and down. It looks like it should be a big, huge street avenue, but it's blocked off to traffic. It's just foot traffic of
Right.
people on the game coming back or going to all these different venues. And there's bars and restaurants and all kinds of places along there. So
I can only imagine that area during like the Braves game and everything. Like
oh,
it would be holy cow. Yeah.
I don't even want to try and, oh my God. Yes. And they have a punch bowl social club. That's what it's called there. And
Mm.
that's where Kaiser had their thing last year and they
Mm-hmm.
this year. And so I went with Roseanne and Sean this year, and they gave out these packs plus a Kaiser hat to everybody that attended. And so this is, you can rip this patch off. It's a PVC patch, Kaiser patch, and then you unzip it, and inside, ooh, inside here it goes. Whoop, almost lost a knife. And so this is Mr. Nice Guy, I think is what it's called, Nice Guy knife. And it was done specially. I got hers and I got mine. So Nice Guy, so 11 years. And then it's got the graphics on it.
Oh, sweet.
And it's Nitro V and it's a liner lock flipper. So it's just a little simple knife. I don't know that this is part of the Laconic series or if this is just Vanguard, but it's like $49 or something if you go onto their site and look at it. So, I mean, but it doesn't have these graphics because this was just for the special occasion they did. And so you got that. And then in the rest of this pack, then you got a deck of Kaiser playing cards.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I thought they were really cool. And let me see what else is in here. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, and you get, 11-year coin stickers as well. I thought there was going to be a bundle of $100 bills in there, but I guess not.
You got the pack without the $100 bills, bro.
Woo, baby. This is me now in Florida, back in Florida. Hanging outside.
Oh, you're blue? Are you blue now? Is that what it is? You're telling me you're blue?
5,000 no-see-em bites on me.
Hey, as long as they come to you and not to me, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So, yeah. Am I turning blue? I don't know because I take that supplement called Kratom because my landscaper guy brought it to my attention because he's been taking it for like 8 years and he's my age. Okay. This is a guy going out digging holes and doing landscaping and he's my age. Oh, and his dad, I'm going, what?
It's still doing landscaping?
Dad is still alive, okay, and out kayaking in the ocean.
Yo, you need to get on his regiment and, man up, bro. Man up.
So I'm
All
going,
right?
what?
Man up.
So I was trying to explain is I'm taking my Kratom pills because he introduced me to Kratom. It's the supplement. And there's a lot of controversy about Kratom. Like some states have banned it. Oh, of course, now that the big pharma can't make tons of money off of it, they want it pushed up as a Schedule I drug or something like that. And it's like, wow, you see how this thing works, right?
Of course, that's how it works. I mean, the thing is, they don't want you to have access to natural remedies.
No, I know. I mean,
like, seriously, why would they want you to have access to a natural remedy when they can make you a customer for life?
and it is. It's what do they call that? Yeah, when they get when when they extortion,
Right,
monthly extortion payment. You want to stay alive? You pay. You
right.
pay. And you know what? It's because we have got together with the food companies and we're selling you trash to eat. You're gaining weight, you're getting huge. Now you got diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart disease, all this. Now we're going to sell you all the drugs to
Yeah,
control these, not cure them, control them. It's a monthly payment. So, and then you know what they keep saying about aspirin? Shit, if it wouldn't have been discovered until like 1985 or 19,
right. It'll
they'd
cost
be
you
getting
200 a pill.
pill. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah,
Exactly, exactly. I talked to my doctors pretty frankly too, and they pretty much agree.
right.
I mean, really, if you just lived the life you should and not the life I have, but I mean, the life
What's the life you
you
should, man? You gotta
could.
go work out and sweat.
Well, I mean, I used to run like a 5K every day when I got home from work. I used to go run a 5K every day. I ran the Tulsa run a couple of times, which is a 15K, okay, half marathon. It was a half marathon, okay. I ran that a couple times. I was like 175 pounds soaking wet. I mean, people thought I was dying of AIDS. That was back in those days. And I go, no, I'm just running a lot. Had a lot of stress
Dang, bro.
and a lot of stress on me and in the game I was in for a living. And so, yeah, I mean, and so I was out running all the time. And
Right,
you get to be addicted to that, of the endorphin rush you get from running. And
right.
so obviously I'm not running anymore. And I'm a, you know, I'm on the large side. So, and of course, if I lost 60 pounds, I'd be off the metformin, I'd be off the blood pressure, I'd be off the
Yeah,
statins, I'd be off the, I mean, I wouldn't be taking hardly anything. But, you know, this is not helping. It sure helps anxiety. It sure helps settle you down at the end of the day when you get done frantically running around doing a bunch of shit, trying to keep your website going and all the crazy shit that's going on. But
people
yeah,
don't understand like how much work you put into your website and all the other stuff that you do.
well, I mean, and then the reviews. So it's like, okay, so I'm trying to check in, you know, almost 100 knives into the website, and
Right,
you have no idea how many hours it takes to start off opening boxes, identifying sellers, making all the lists, having a backup of everything in your software, and then sitting down, taking everything out of the box, all the stuff, taking pictures of the knives, putting them back, and having them all back in the box and in the proper bin in your inventory to do all that. Then just sitting down and entering the pictures, the description, and all the boxes you got to check to get
right.
them properly in the right areas of your website is an issue. And then some people just go, orange knife. And I got to go, well,
Orange
hey,
night.
tell me something. You know, so I'm looking it up. I look it up. I get like, people want to know blade length, overall length, how much does it weigh, this and that and that. So I go in and actually do the research. That's what takes me forever to put them on the website, because I go and I look it up. I find out it's a DLT exclusive, blah 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 blah, and I get all that information and put it on my website because I want people to know.
Right. Yeah.
Put orange knife. I should. I should threaten these people. I'm going to put exactly what you put. And they do. They take a crayon and write it on a piece of paper. Then they take a picture of the piece of paper and email it to me.
Well, you know what? I mean, you might want to create a form on your site that when they send you knives, they have to send you this form and actually write out like blade, handle, color, blade finish, and all this other stuff. So it's already a form that they submit to you, so you're not trying to decipher like hieroglyphics or
Try,
like
try and herd cats. Try and herd
yeah.
cats. Screw that shit.
You gotta
Um,
do it, man. You gotta make your life easy for
thing is,
yourself.
the good thing is, I pretty much know every goddamn thing that's coming through here, right?
Right.
Know what that is because I've had it on my channel. I've put my hands on it before. I've handled so many freaking thousands of knives. I know. I mean,
Right.
my wife, she's like, I say, put these in the bins. She goes, what the hell is it? It's got an A on the box. That's it. Oh, that's an Asher knife. It's an Asher spear. Okay, so it just goes in the A box, whatever. I mean, it's just, she picks up half this packaging, and it's so weird. I mean, she looks at this. She doesn't. I mean, this says Microtech on it, but there's stuff where it's not identifiable, but all my shit is here because I buy normal knives. Because there's a lot of people that don't buy normal knives, they buy weird shit. And you know what? They're taking something other than my supplement when they buy this shit because they're crazy. They're crazy people. And so I swear to God, it was just like they were bored and they already own every other kind of knife. So they go buy some crazy shit that nobody can adapt.
Oh my God, dude. I don't know, man.
Where are you finding this shit? I swear to God, I have learned more obscurity shit in the last 9 months since I've had my website open. Baby, 11 months now. God, it'll be a full year in July 3rd that I've had my website open.
Woo, you should do like a 1-year celebration. Woo-woo.
Yeah, I'll knock down everybody's prices. Oh, by the way, you're a seller on my site. I just reduced your prices 25% to sell it. They would love that, wouldn't they? They go, oh, so much.
Oh my God. You never know. They might say yes to that.
And you'd have to get every one of 60 or 70 sellers to agree to that. Yeah, no good. Yeah, hell with that. No.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
Going, well, do you have a first responder or military veteran discount?
I do.
Not my knives. I mean, they're not my knives. Now, pick a knife and tell me which knife you're talking about, and I can contact the owner and say, this is a veteran. Do you want to give him a 10% discount? Because it's not my choice, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to hold on to the costs with oh my God, everybody's wants a piece of you, don't they?
Well, they want a piece of you.
I mean, the credit card people, and then you got transaction fees, and you got this, and you got that. You got all kinds of fees and costs. I mean, Shopify, they are giving you a break on shipping, okay? But I mean, I think I'm rolling along. I got a few bucks more than what I need for reconciliation, So I've got some money in there too. Until $498. What the hell? Oh yeah, that's combination shipping costs and your 1% fee from Shopify and blah blah blah. And so boom, and it hits again like in another 2 weeks. And so that took almost $1,000 away from me. And you thought you were Puff Daddy. Well, all of a sudden it took the puff out of you.
Nobody's Puff Daddy, man. Nobody.
Holy crap.
We're just trying to make a living.
And I just go, what have I got? I mean, Roseanne's like, are you actually making any money doing this? Because what the hell? And I go, yeah, I don't know, baby. Sometimes I wonder. So yeah, I said, I think we are. Yeah, I mean, and then you have to run all your shit when you do your taxes. So then you realize when you run all your, whatever on cash, but what is it? Cash basis or accrual or whatever your income stuff. Oh shit. But I mean, it's so hard to put your arms around all this shit.
You'll be okay, my friend. You'll be okay. You'll be okay.
I'm getting $15 from Woobin.
Woo-hoo!
Woobin flashlights. They sent me, you got $15.
$15.
baby. That'll
Hey,
only buy two.
that's like half a case of beer for you, man.
I mean, what were these in Atlanta at the Renaissance in the pit? Like $10 a piece almost.
Dude, you can't be getting your beer over there just because, you know,
Oh, oh.
yeah.
Okay, so what was my bar tab? And there was some food bought. What was my bar tab on? It wasn't Saturday night. It must have been Friday night. Because Saturday night we went to the Kaiser thing, but we went over for awards, but we had already missed the awards because we were over at Kaiser till like 8:30. So, but I can't remember who picked up that tab, but I picked it up like Friday. It was $350 or $60.
For just beer?
No, I said there was some food in there, so that $5 worth of McNuggets was in there, and the grilled cheese sandwich for $5.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean,
You know, the thing is, I don't mind paying for good food, all right? Good food is well worth this money. Right? We went to a few places. We had one mediocre meal, but the rest of the meals I think were decent, really good. Like I had barbecue like 3 times. Okay, I had like regular barbecue, like Thompson Brothers barbecue,
Oh,
right? Which
so
was
good.
great. I mean, they gave you for like $11 for what I got.
Tell him, Liong.
I got like a piece of brisket. I got a beef sausage. I got a few pieces of smoked bologna. I got a gigantic rib. And then they gave you a bun to make it like a sandwich, right? I'm like, okay, I don't need the bun,
Yeah.
and then they gave you a whole thing of collard greens, right? And I
Okay.
was like,
Side of your
holy cow, this is $11. Oh
11.
my God. Then we went to Heirloom Barbecue, which is like a barbecue with like a little Korean twist. And like I had regular brisket. Now that one wasn't as affordable, but it was really good. And the owner came out to meet us, and the waitress was there, and she was super cool and chill. And they had a dog there that was really nice. And man,
Hey,
it's
well,
only standing room eating. It's only standing room.
dog.
Okay, that was a dog. That was like the mascot dog. That was
Oh,
this
I
white
was gonna say it
white
was a dog.
shepherd dog, and he was so friendly to everybody. Everybody petted, and he has his own air conditioned room because we had to eat outside in the heat. But man, Heirloom Barbecue, don't miss it. And then the last night before I came back, I had Korean barbecue with David and the crew. And so it's an all you can eat Korean barbecue. So
Was that the one with the battery?
no, no, no. It's actually the other way. And it was like $30 for
Oh,
all you can eat Korean barbecue. So we got our short ribs on, okay? And oh my God. Whew. Yeah. And then of course you gotta top it off with Marietta Diner and a couple
uh,
of spots here and there, the place that you never went to. Man, if you went there, you would have gotten a gigantic piece of cake and been like, I don't know if you like cake or not, but I'm more of a
oh,
I like cake, you know. Yeah. So food is my thing. I will travel for food. I will go places for food. In fact, I'm going to Southeast Asia just because of the food, okay? And to spend time with family. But hint, hint, hint,
okay.
food.
So you're going to Malaysia and then you're going to Thailand?
I am going to Hong Kong,
Oh,
Penang, Malaysia, which is where I'm from. So I have a lot of family members, well, several family members there. And then we're going to go to Bangkok, Thailand for like 3, 4 days. And that's where you're going to shop till you drop because everything is really affordable there, you know.
and they have
Uh,
Thailand, right?
I'm
Is that
sorry.
what you're saying that Thai barbecue is really because Malaysia barbecue? No.
No, but Malaysian food is probably the most delicious. Okay. So each place will have really good food. But I've spoken to several people, and and whenever they ask me where I'm from, and I tell them, they're like, the best food is from Malaysia. I tell people that all the time. So if you are a real foodie, you will love Malaysian food. This is a mix of Indian, Malay, and Chinese food. So it's like a blend.
Oh, wow.
It's a blend of all three, and
Sounds good already.
oh my God. And the thing is, we never even go to like a real sit down restaurant because most of the food we eat is on the street. You have like what is called a hawker stand. And it's just a stand and people are cooking there with like charcoal fire. So things just taste really good and it's fresh. And it's just like made like right there in the moment and you eat it. And everything costs like maybe $2 US per plate.
Oh,
So
shit.
you might go there, like once you get the flight over there, you're set because the flight is the most expensive thing. You can get hotel or Airbnb
Uh,
and
uh,
you know pretty much pretty cheap there. You know, the
you know
hotel
what?
might cost
I would
you.
not be looking forward to the flight over to Malaysia. Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
How
so the
you
flight,
stop in
the
Hawaii?
flight.
Where do
So
you is it
it's at
non-stop?
least like 16 to 20 hours depending on how you go.
In a plane
So in a plane and in an aluminum
non-stop.
tube, okay? So
Non
I usually do my best to like get myself tired,
Oh my
and it
God.
doesn't work because I don't really fall asleep on plane. So I'm gonna do my best to make myself super tired so I can fall asleep on the plane because it's usually an
Uh,
overnight flight. So like my flight from here to San Francisco and then San Francisco to Hong Kong. So when by the time I get there, it'll be like 5 a.m. Hong Kong time. So
uh,
I want to sleep, or else I'll wake up like a zombie. Or else I'll be like a zombie the whole time for like the time when I land there. And that happened to me when I went to China a couple of years ago. I didn't sleep the whole flight. I was just watching movies. And so like this 18-hour flight, I was just watching movie after movie. I might doze off for like a couple of minutes and then I wake back up and then I was like, oh my God, I felt like and then when David came to pick me up, I was knocked out the whole ride. The whole ride, I was knocked out. Yeah. So I definitely want to go to sleep on the plane and not like when I land. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
And it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be like right now in Florida, but without AC everywhere like we have here. So I'm gonna be sweating my you know what off. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
That's
fun
just,
times.
I mean,
Fun
I
times.
people that come from Australia and or Asia and stuff, and they go, "Holy crap!" Or like the Midgards people coming from Germany. What a long ass flight! Because I mean,
Germany is only 8 to 9 hours, depending on where they're coming from. And Atlanta is a hub, so it will be like the first place they land. Unless they landed in New York and then took it down to Atlanta.
yeah,
Because I flew to Germany before when I worked there, and it was like 9 hours. You know,
yeah.
so
I
yeah.
mean, to me, 9 hours on a plane ride would be crazy, and to think of doing 16 to
Oh
20.
man,
So an
yeah.
air
So
that a jet can go 16 hours without refueling.
well, they show pictures of like let's say the a plane that only is in the US, right? Their engines are like half the size of the planes that go international. They are double the size and they have to hold that much more fuel and be able to carry that much more weight
Mm,
and get wind through it.
okay.
So it is definitely a much larger aircraft than a plane that is only working inside the US,
Mm,
you
mm.
know. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like sometimes I'll fall asleep and then I'll wake up and I'm like, oh, do your best to fall back. So do it like because like there's like people walking back and forth, but the stewardess they know like when it's like we'll have dinner and then they'll turn the lights down So they'll even give you like a eye mask, earplugs, and stuff like that. You know, just because they know like that's the natural thing for you is just fall asleep. So I hope I can just fall asleep. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, wow. That's,
Dude, you gotta go, man. You gotta go.
I mean, I'd like to go. I'd like it to be a 3-hour flight, and then I could. Oh, have you seen that they're talking about in was it North Carolina or somewhere? They're starting up a plant. They're going to start building supersonic aircraft, and
That'll
they're
be
going to be
amazing.
able to. Yeah, they're going to be able to cut it in two. So you could fly New York to LA in like 3.5 hours, but you can fly, uh, whatever over to Asia in maybe like 9 hours instead of like 20 or 16 hours. So, yeah,
I
I mean,
wonder. I wonder how
cool.
much the ticket is going to cost. I mean, that ticket is probably going to be like, $20,000 ticket.
Well, they said they're going to make them, it's going to be, they have the science down better now than the Concords. And so it's going to be to where it will be the equivalent of like a business class ticket.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it'll
So
be way more economical.
okay.
But I mean, this will be another about 2029 or something before they ever even start doing this shit. So
Right. 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 Yeah. So it's
I,
not going to happen like overnight.
if I can go to Sedona, Arizona, and flag down a UFO, I could be over to Malaysia in like 4 minutes.
Well, they do have that teleportation technology that they're not letting the rest of us know to
Well,
use, right?
I want to beam up. I would like to teleport. And then leave about 50 pounds behind. And then you can eat like a bitch because it's like, I am thin now. I am going to eat like a crazy man.
You could eat like crazy, man. Just go do it.
No, and you know what? You missed the wings place. So, I mean,
Oh my God, I know. I miss the wings place. But the thing is, like, okay, I could get wings almost anywhere. So between Marietta Diner or wings, I'll probably choose Marietta Diner because I can't get Marietta Diner here.
okay, this was a Marietta place too. It was the wings something and something pub.
Yeah,
And it is crazy because they got this tiki hut out back. And it's just the end of this strip center, right? So
right, 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 right.
much. But you walk in and they've got like 3 sections of that strip center all as their restaurant. And you go in and they've got shit all over the walls, this crazy pub.
Wow.
And you walk out back and then they've got the tiki hut. You can sit at the actual bar, which we did when we had the crazy Aussies there. I mean, they were absolutely insane. And but we met them when we were at the Cobb Center and people were getting done setting up and stuff. And
Right.
so we're down, Sean and I, we'd go, screw it. I mean, we got our tickets and stuff for the next day, our wristbands and shit. And so Sean goes, let's go get a beer. Okay. So we go get a beer. We're sitting at the thing and there's a couple of guys to our right. And so I started giving them shit and they were, all right, mate, and this and this. And so I was like, oh, are you guys with the, yeah, we're, and oh shit. Well, they gave us some sweatshirts with their Kraken, like
Uh-huh.
the sea
Yeah.
creature. That's their knife, and they're custom knives. He's a custom knife maker. So look him up. Insane people, drink your ass under the table. Oh my god! Oh my god! When they left the wings place, okay. When we left the wings place, we were effed up. Okay, they were too, but they went to a more like where the ladies were, if you know what I mean. Kind of, and the next day, I mean, Sean goes in and he found them. I never saw him again. Okay. And he found them, and the one guy was there, and he says the other guy's just absolutely trashed. Okay.
Trash.
He showed up that whole day because he was so trashed. They were party manimals. They really were. And,
Oh my God.
oh my God. It's just like, oh, that's got to just hurt. I mean, I just didn't even want to think about the pain that other guy was going through. If you're in such bad shape, you can't get your ass up to man the booth at the Blade show. Oh my God.
Oh man, that sounds like they had a great time.
Oh yeah. Oh, they were wild, and they were funny as hell. And they just, I mean, I said, okay, so they had to go do something first. I can't remember. And so they weren't going to go over when we went over. Okay. And then,
Okay.
and then Dan Swaney. Dan Swaney is the guy that always takes care of me when I come into town. If I don't have
Right. You told me that.
He picks me up at the airport. He's got a big cooler full of like beer and energy drinks and waters, and he's got
That's
stuff.
why you like him. He got your beer for you.
Picks me up. He at the airport. He takes me to my hotel, and then he gives me this huge cooler full of all this crazy stuff. And then we turn right around and we go to the wings place in Marietta. Best wings, like they got 8,000 different flavors of wings.
Oh my goodness.
And their food is incredible. All the other food is great too. And so we're out at the Tiki Hut and we're just having a great time. And his brother lives in Marietta. Dan lives out of town a ways. Okay.
Okay.
So he comes and stays with his brother, this and that. And his brother has a son that's teenage. He's probably in his 20s now, or like maybe 18 to 20. And so he brought him along too. But I mean, it's great. It's, he does.
Wow.
So
We had a good time.
now we go there. We got to meet up. So Dan went. So we had the crazy Aussies. We had Dan, who loves to go out hunting, and he's talking about like turkey hunting and deer hunting and all this shit and whatever. And then, I mean, it was nuts. And then Sean there, of course, and my wife, and I don't know. But I mean, it was, yeah.
Nice.
Crazy crew. And we did that wings place 2 days in a row.
2 days? Holy shit.
Yeah, the first day was just me and her and Sean. And then the second day was the Aussies, Dan, me and her and Sean.
Oh my God. Woo.
And then there was a lady that was from New Zealand that was in the next table over. So she started talking to the Aussie guys. We closed that bar down. We closed the Wings pub.
Oh my God.
And then they left to go to another establishment. And I went, oh, yeah, I'm done.
You're partied out. You partied out, my friend.
I did the Blade until about 11 o'clock the next morning. I mean, I dragged ass out at about 9 o'clock. Coffee.
See, that's why you're lucky, because you are like you don't have a booth or a table to man, right?
Order. So I just if I get there at 11, I'm toast by 5 anyhow. I mean, I do about 5-6 hours on my feet.
Right.
I don't stop for lunch or anything. So
yeah. One of my friends and I were talking, and we were talking on Thursday when we were all setting up. And he's a dealer, and he didn't have a table and stuff like that. And he's like, oh yeah, I don't think I'll ever have a table again, just because I don't like standing behind the booth the whole time, or a table behind the whole time. And I'm like, I totally understand, because I have a much better time on the other side of the table, but I stand behind my table because you're never going to find everybody, that wants to find you unless they come to your table. So there are people who come to my table just to say hello to me and show me. There are people who showed me a knife that they had for like 10 years back.
I saw that. I saw that encounter with that guy too.
And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe you have this knife. He's like, oh yeah, it's been my carry every day. So it's like, yeah. I mean, definitely as an individual, as a person who used to collect knives, I have way more fun on the other side of the table, chasing the next knife, chasing the next gold and stuff like that. But as a business, you want to serve your customers. You want to be able to meet them and talk to them. Yeah, that's why I'm there.
Yeah, and if you are who you are, it's like asking the We Knife people not to have to be at their booth. They can just go to walk around and do shit. Well,
Right.
I mean, they're busy as hell.
Yeah.
Okay, with
Yeah.
people coming there to try and buy stuff. So yeah, of course they can't leave. So they're captured in their booth, and they can't go wandering around. And
No.
you know, in a way, I am too, because I can't just linger here and there.
No.
I wanted to go to Devo. I mean, I already had it mapped out where I want to go. Artisan, Kaiser, Concept, Devo, Liong Ma, whoever, and Bag Knives. And it's like boom, 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 right?
Right.
And many people contact me before the shows and say, are you going to be there? And if so, can you come by? So, I mean,
Right.
Phobos knives, of course, Wolf premium oils. So I'm giving this stuff a shot. So far, the months that I've been using it, it's really working well. So
Nice. Very good.
but I mean, there's just so many places, SRM. Yeah, I mean, artists, and then of course, you got to go to Keto, not Reich and Riot. Okay, Reich/Keto USA. If you go to any booth, go to that booth and then go to the Riot booth. I mean, they're both fascinating because they got crazy shit that's insane, right?
Right.
Now,
Right.
it may not be for sale. And that and Vosteed as well. Vosteed is like, is there anything for sale this time? And this time there was. You could buy shit. I mean, you couldn't at Blade West. No.
Well, I think sometimes they bring samples to show people, and those samples have to go to like certain media people. I mean, like you are one of the media people, but they might need it to go to like a photographer to take photographs and all this other stuff and videos. And then so if they do like a little pass around group thing, like I've been participating in a pass around group, that's good. That's great. And then like that helps us get the word out because this knife community, no matter how big we think it isn't that big.
No,
There
it's
are
not. No.
there are people like we had a conversation about like, okay, where else can we go to, to talk about our work and really be able to broadcast our work, and that's the thing that we want to really find and focus on, especially like, we think like our group is huge, but really it may not be the biggest group, and you want to reach other markets. You want markets that never heard of you before, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh wow, these knives are interesting, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a retail event.
Yes, it is. And so,
I
like
expect
when they bring those knives, they probably should have thought twice. They probably should have been like, oh man, if we don't have any for sale, then what then?
Yeah, I mean, and yeah, they do. I mean, Vosteed had stuff for sale. Keto, Reich, they had stuff for sale. And they always have fascinating, crazy ass shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, a lot of people just pass them by. They'll go to Hinder and Spyderco and blah 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 blah, but they won't check out things like Reich, and it's very strange.
Oh, I hung out with like American manufacturer on Friday and Saturday evening, right? They've never heard of me before, and they've never seen any of my knives before, and they were like, okay. I'm like, cool. So we hung out on Friday night. I didn't have one of my knives with me. I left the show and I left without a pocket knife, right?
What?
Yeah, I know, crazy. And so I left, and then a friend of mine invited me invited me to have dinner, and then he invited these American manufacturers, and I was like, oh yeah, and they're like, what do you do? I'm like, I design knives, and they're like, can we see one? I'm like, I actually don't have a knife on me because I carried a Trinity that I brought with me to like just open packages and stuff. Well, because I didn't have any Trinities for sale to show, somebody was looking for a Trinity that came up to my table, and so I sold the one from my pocket to him. And I gave him a little bit of a break on it. You know, I was like, I have been using this. Actually, I use it to cut weed barrier like just a couple of days ago for my garden. And do you mind that? And he's like, no, not at all. I'm like, okay, fine, you know? So I sold my own pocket knife. So when I left the show, I didn't even think about it. I didn't carry a knife on me. And then so when we went to dinner, they were like, "What kind of knife do you design?" I'm like, "I don't even have one on me. I feel so like sad right
You
now."
make it without a knife on you. I mean, you gotta at least have a binary or something.
Yeah. And so
Get under your booth, you get to grab one. I would
the,
have.
and then the next day I went to show them the Cuff 3.5 and
Would have.
and then I showed them the Warrior 3 and they were like, "Holy shit, dude, you do some nice knives." I was like, "Thank you, thank you, thank you so much." You know, but it's like these are American knife manufacturers that probably have been in the business for like 30, 40 years. We're all in the same room. They've never heard of me before. So
Wow.
you could imagine how small my circle is then, you
Wow.
know?
And as small as the community is, that they had never. Now, there's tons of people I've never seen before.
Right, right.
I mean,
So
there's a lot of makers that I don't know about.
right. So you're only as big as your circle is, and there even though we're all in the same room, we don't know about everybody in that room.
No, no, you don't.
Yeah.
No. And there's a lot of people I don't know about. I mean, I just sold 3 knives from Gecko Knives or whatever it's called, Gecko Customs.
Okay.
And I had never had those knives in my hand before.
Wow.
But
Are they
all 3 of
cool?
them sold the first day. I dropped them on my site. Boom, they're all gone.
Okay.
Do you know Gecko Customs?
I have no idea who it
Yeah,
is.
there you go. I mean, small world. Isn't that weird? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, most of them I think I know. But I mean, it's of the folding knife people that are factory production people. Okay.
Mm,
Necessarily the ones that are having them OEM'd. I mean, because there's a lot of American people that are having higher end production knives OEM'd in China. And I don't know all these people that are doing that because
yeah.
there's new ones coming on all the time.
Right. Right. No, there is, and there's probably going to be more later this year, and more next year, and more the year after that. You know, the thing is they have a good system going. That's just a simple thing. They have a good system going where they produce a quality product, and unless there's someone else coming in the down the pipeline that can match the product or produce such a good quality product, and that then they open the door up to like everyone producing products there, it's going to be China for a while, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. I mean, until other areas of the globe open up. I mean, China will have their glory days and then they will pass because
Right,
be like Japan.
right,
Their middle class is getting richer and richer,
right.
and prices are going up, and they are going up. And
Yeah.
really, the United States is getting to this crossover point where they could bring a lot of this back if they had anybody in the United States that wanted to OEM knives. They could
Well,
bring.
the thing is, so I talked to a few guys who own businesses. The hardest thing that they got going on right now is not to start a business or to have an existing business. but you find people who want to work in that business.
Yeah.
And not just to work in that business, but not to, work in that business and demand like a ridiculous salary just starting out.
Yeah.
So, that is something that a lot of business owners are expressing. And there is nothing I can say about it because I have the same issue, right? Um, and it's just like, there's going to come a point where people are going to see like how much the labor is actually worth. And if it's worth that, then you pay it. But the labor can never be more than what the business actually make, right? And people don't understand that point. People think like, well, the business made $100,000 this year. How come I'm only getting this? Well, what about all the other stuff?
Yeah.
All the other stuff that's involved, like the product, marketing, shipping, your labor costs, my labor costs, everything else. That is all part of the whole thing.
Mhm.
But they just see it as like, well, the business made this much. How come I'm only making this much?
I know. That's the old bullshit deal. I understand. But you know, the thing is, now we got another 15,000 immigrants coming into this country, and you got Tyson firing their old people, hiring the brand new immigrants because they can lower their labor costs.
And you're gonna see more and more stuff like that where it is pretty predatory, I would say,
Oh,
right?
it's predatory. This whole thing is going to be predatory. But
So but the thing is, it's like,
mandate a minimum income.
yeah,
The thing is, you put that on a business, the business goes out of business. Now, the good thing is when you mandate this, you put all the small businesses out of business, but you're supporting the huge government, I mean, the huge multi-billion dollar corporations. And so
right,
you're squashing their competition and you're bringing the oligarchs up. I mean, it's
yeah.
just, you kind of makes you wonder about like,
Well, it's kind of funny, like,
winners and losers.
so, you know, I know why the migrants are coming over because they think they're going to get a better life, right?
Wow. Big shock.
So so when they come over and they find a shock like, hey, this wasn't what it's crapped out to be, then they might have some regret, right? Um, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, right now, I mean, most of the developed nations, labor is an issue. I mean, labor is an issue in Europe. Labor is an issue here. Labor is going to be an issue in Southeast Asia. You know, all developed nations go through this, and migrants are everywhere. To do the jobs that the people in the country don't want to do,
Yeah.
and they don't want to do it at a certain rate that they're getting paid for. They want a much higher rate. But the job is a job, and we might get your time, knock on wood, where you might have to take a job because you have to put food on the table, and that's that. You know, yeah,
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah.
we're ready to go to work at McDonald's because it's $20 an hour. So now you can make $40,000 a year just
Which
throwing.
is kind of crazy. I mean, the thing is, that you read about all these fast food restaurants closing down. That's only going to come to a point where they can keep the prices low enough that people still want to go to a fast food restaurant.
Liong, you can go to Wendy's and you can get a biggie bag for $5.99.
Yeah, so if it's $5.99, what does it cost for Wendy's to make? It probably costs them like less than 50 cents, you
uh,
know.
I'm just
But
saying,
who knows?
no,
Who knows? I
no,
don't know.
I mean,
I don't know. I'm not Wendy's either, so I don't know.
you go through the drive-through. I mean, Roseanne, we went over to Bradenton, blah blah blah. We were coming back and went through or maybe we were over Port Charlotte or Punta Gorda or something like that, going to the Sam's. And on the way out, stopped at a drive-through to get me a burger and stuff. She wasn't hungry, and it was like, I think it was like $13 just for me to get like a double cheeseburger, fries, and a drink.
Sounds about right.
And you can go into a cafe downtown here, and for $13 you can get, I mean, you can get a hot plate lunch, right?
Right. 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 Right.
Meatloaf and gravy and mashed potatoes and green beans and a salad. And, I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's crazy. Okay. Whatever. And pretty soon, competition. Actually, a lot of people now are not going out to eat as much because the prices are higher. That means people are going to lose jobs. But
well, you know, I cook most of the time myself, right? I mean, but
wages.
Yeah, I have a set of skills, you know, so I cook a lot at home. Now, I do treat myself once in a while and go out to eat, but it has to be good. Like, you know, I've had meals that I'm like, what? I won't come back to this, you know? So if it's not something that I enjoy eating, I'm like, whatever. I'm not going to do it, you know? But yeah, I mean, if the wages outweigh the profit of the establishment, then there was, you know, they're not going to be able to hire the person. That's just how it is.
I know. But it works to the detriment of small business and to the benefit of big oligarchs because
Right.
they know how to manipulate the system.
Okay? Right. And Tyson Foods is one of the biggest in this country, you know?
I used to hear from people all the time. We go over to the Walmart offices in Bentonville. We sit down, and they go, "Okay, so you produce socks, right? And so you have a 3-pack of socks, and you want $12 for the 3-pack, and we're telling you $8." And you go, "What? We can't do that for that." Yeah, $8. That's all we're going to pay, or you're just out. You're gone. Okay.
Right.
And so they have to take it to China. Because, I mean, and Walmart pushed a lot of manufacturers over to China. And they were just like, they're not price negotiators, they're price makers because they have the market, right? So if you don't have your socks at Walmart, you've lost like 75% of your market. Screw you.
That's right. That's
because
right.
There's not a bunch of equivalent shops to put your socks in because Walmart wiped out Main Street of all the small towns across the country. So now you got Walmart, and you got to talk to us. And if you don't deal with us, you don't really have a company.
Yep. Oh, that's exactly what happens. I mean, and that's the thing. Like we keep wanting cheaper and cheaper products.
Yes.
And then it's sort of like, well, and I'm guilty of this too. Okay, I go and price shop everywhere. Okay. But the thing is, like, if I know that it's a mom and pop shop and I can actually, you know, participate in them being open, then I do it. But if I can't afford to do it, then I cannot afford to do it either, you know? So you can't, everybody has to make their choice themselves.
So you're pushing, I mean, you're pushing the Walmart thing. And the thing is, what was happening before we had COVID was that a lot of Main Street businesses were starting to open up because they were specialty type things.
Right.
So,
right.
Consumers had money and they were willing to pay more for boutique or, you know.
They do. Listen, no one can ever compete with a place like Walmart. Yes, Walmart can take this and you know, I've seen something like, of course, it's not the same steel, not the same construction method, nothing. But no one can compete with their $3.94 pocket knife. All right, and they sell it for $3.94. There's no way any of us small boutique manufacturers can ever compete with something like that. So no way. No, we don't. We cannot.
We're willing to go to Main Street and pay more money for certain kinds of things that brought extra value to their life.
Yeah. Okay? So
they were foodies, or they were chefs, or they were people who wanted a really superior, like, kitchen knife. They didn't want something from the dollar store, you know?
Right.
I mean, and so they had these businesses blooming. And then here comes COVID, and wipes out the Main Street. They were all forced to shut down.
Yeah.
And so they just went broke. I talked to this bankruptcy attorney who used to hang out at the same bar with me, and he goes, I've got business for the next 10 to 15 years.
Mm.
It is amazing.
Mm.
And he says the reverb will last for decades. And so, you know what? This is what you do. If you want to just shut down the little guys so the big oligarchs can do better, that's all you do. Just put out a pandemic. Bingo.
Yeah, all of us will know the effects of COVID years later.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Oh, they're already talking about it. It's already starting to come out, but there will be more later. Yeah, history will tell the story.
Right.
Okay, so does that mean I gotta go because my iPad says 25% power?
We've been talking for 2 hours. 2 hours and 10 minutes.
95%. I mean, you know what? What the hell? Did we make it through all my knives? Oh, yes. Matrix. Okay, so we got to stop it. So if you're still here, that means you're really a troubled person. If you're still listening.
And if you made it to this point,
I will
tell us
prize.
Tell us in the comments that you made it to this point. And the code word is end of days.
End of days. Okay. End of days. Put the code word end of days. And you know what? We're going to have a giveaway for all you people. And I'm not going to put it in the comment section or anything down there. End of days. If you stayed with us this long, then all you have to do is put down end of days as a comment. And if you do that, you will be in the drawing for some extra, yet to be disclosed prizes, but they will be good.
Awesome.
I'll figure them out because I just put them over there. I put a Spyderco Endura, okay, that's worth, it's Zohm one that's worth $100, and a Gerber pry bar thing, and another thing, and you're going to get a swag pack and that kind of thing. But got to put end of days, and you got to know, okay? I think that's great. That's great.
Right.
Got to do that because we're boring as, and so, you know.
Alrighty.
Like food from Malaysia to the COVID shutdown. I mean, we've talked about every stupid ass thing we could. Other than we talked about a shitload.
Showed off a bunch of knives.
That's right.
Yes, we did.
Oh, S90V and titanium in the new pyrite. The new pyrite. What blade shape is this?
I think it looks more like a Bowie.
Exactly. It's the pyrite buoy. And it is titanium and
Did you say Bowie?
The pyrite. B-O-Y. Boy.
Boy.
Buoy. Okay.
Bowie. Okay.
Okay. So, end of days. Shh. Anybody who didn't listen this long, they're out. Okay?
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Until the next one.
All right. And just remember, look at that. Knife show, baby. Knife show. 2024. It's over. But it's
Stay sharp.
It's never